It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports.
And the question is, are you ready for some football?
It's the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. And it's all up next on EA Sports.
We are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Nashville. Take it in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill to the air right off the bat. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw pulled in by Woods. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. There's not all the time that the play call should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill. That's caught. Nick Westbrook Akine with it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Again, Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Credit good coverage there. The pass breakup to Pat Surtain. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's going to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw their partner was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on, but his opening drive, while stalled out, it still gave him 3 points.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to 22. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 22. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Beck. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with a veteran of 8 years now. It's Melvin Gordon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that with no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. He gets nothing on back-to-back runs. So now you're dealing with a 3rd and 10 and probably a passing play.
I would agree with that, and I would highly suggest to the play caller check a different part of that section on your play sheet, because his first 2 runs didn't help you at all. Find someone else who can touch the ball and maybe move it downfield.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to put this one away.
So on 4th down, the Broncos send Corliss Waitman out to punt. That's taken on the 25. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead in the football as they start 1st and 10. To throw, Tannehill. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards, the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning a battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A solid run by Derrick Henry. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry to the 27-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and sacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping the second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Henry. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short gain there, but can they do it a couple of more times?
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give Henry another shot. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry from a yard away bowling his way in as his guys are able to extend their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So now we're on a long 11-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Beck. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's got Hamler on the out route. And he's got this down to the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And an excellent job finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with the very next run.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he is going to get as close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the Titans 14. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if you have to bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on a turnover on downs. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll buy some time right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Tannehill. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Well, remember, they had a nice gain of previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. I like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like it's that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Running left, it's Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know this one is the winner.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. This is taken at the 23. So a change of possession here on punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveled like a full 59 yards through the air. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right side, it's Hamler pulling. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He buffed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a quick break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground. It's Eric Henry. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Tannehill now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Tannehill. And that's complete to Westbrook-Akine. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down, and not before reaching the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. Henry up the middle. And some space here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tannehill. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Tannehill. And he's got it. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. Bullock will sit this one away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson going to try once more. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now left side, a swing pass. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Heck of a play to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And that's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to a safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage is in lockdown mode everywhere.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
Oh, he's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports halftime report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Denver. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. And meanwhile, for the Titans, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter play.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, was able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Wilson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into the spot. And now they're continuing to turn with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Murray. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for minimal gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speed. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a handoff. This is Gordon, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and meets traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On the delay, this is Murray. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll go for the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Now it's Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Denver's offense now set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their 35-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a run down, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Going back across his body.
Picked off by Monty Hooker. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception. Meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tannehill. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route in zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they let this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Henry. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Nick Bonito picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and put you on the ground.
Tannehill to the sideline. Randy Bullock out now for the Tennessee field goal.
This to make it a 3-score game late. Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
After the field goal, now it's Bullock to kick it away.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here's a Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit is going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pick up on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to the squad.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards in a new set of downs.
From the 41, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Here's Wilson. Flush to his right.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. And being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. A 1st down carry for Henry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
But the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second backup and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 17, Tannehill. And this one's taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Tannehill now to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
One that you're hoping for when you run drag routes. You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Tannehill to the sideline. Randy Bullock out now for the Tennessee field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless a head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the field goal, now it's Bullock to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Broncos are not set to go on offense.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you try not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Latavius Murray taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. On 1st down, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got battle on your hands.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll try again for the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
And you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4 quarters ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try run for it with Henry. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
This is caught, and it's a Titans touchdown. Austin Hooper, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Tannehill going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that could be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores, lead in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we get to this stage.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Can you do any more work or make more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. What did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. Throwing is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, Here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them this one is now planted.